Hey there, I'm here from Fibonacci.com. You're welcome for another weekly edition. 2-in-1 weekly market recap and top stocks to watch for the coming week. So like, subscribe, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. So just sit back, relax, and let's go over the charts. SPY ended up the week with 0.86% to the upside. Overall, as long as SPY on the weekly holding above the 567, 568 area, this area of support, we are good to go long on the SPY. It seems like bulls of SPY are getting tired. As you can see in the past 4 trading weeks, 3 of them are dojis. Dojis are a signal that maybe bulls are getting tired, but hold your horses, hold your bulls. Bullish still on all time frames. RSP 1.1 on the weekly. We are inside an uptrend channel. Bullish on all time frames except the 4 hours, but daily bullish, weekly bullish. Now the 177 area, together with the lower border of this uptrend channel, needs to hold support. Below this point, we will go retest 174 and maybe entering the yellow zone back to the 169. But as long as RSP is inside this uptrend channel, it looks like bulls are in control. QQQ ended up the week slightly 0.22% to the upside, but closed below the opening of the week. And as we can see, we are inch away from new all-time highs. Last time we had very nice uptrend, doji, and then came the flash to the downside until August's dip. Now looks like we are at the same, very similar price action, don't we? Doji, let's see next week. Earnings season, boiling point. Can we hold above the 484 area? Below it, 472 is a major support for the Qs on the weekly. Dow Jones ended up the week with a new all-time highs, 0.95% to the upside. Let's wait for the FTI to calculate its support and resistance. And here we are on the weekly. We need to hold the 420 area. We are inside an uptrend until proven otherwise. Next resistance, and we will see 448 and 467. IWM on the weekly ended up 2% to the upside and finally broke and managed to close above the 221 area. Look left, trade right. Since July, 3 months of a very, very tough resistance, and finally we got also the buy signal from the FTI. Now we are bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly, and the 220 now needs to hold a support. Long continuation on the IWM, and we will go and revisit this yellow trend line that helps us identify the higher highs. And as long as price is going to search to this area as resistance, we know that the way on the IWM is up. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, we are 8.15% to the upside. We need a weekly close above the 67 area. Let's see, can we get by Monday's opening bell, can we get 72 on the Bitcoin? For now, bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly. We are looking good on the Bitcoin. 63, the upper border of the yellow zone, now needs to hold as support. Ethereum, basically relative weakness to the Bitcoin, and as we can see, we are 6.9% for the moment on the weekly on Ethereum, but no price action whatsoever. We are far, far away from new all-time highs on the Ethereum, but, and there is a big, big but. If you're a pattern trader, what do you see here? We can see after this double top scenario, if you go back to March and May's my stock market recaps, you know we talked about this. Now, what do we see? If you are a pattern trader, clearly Fibonacci traders, we don't follow patterns. But for you guys, if you're a pattern trader, we can clearly see some kind of a cap and handle. If we break above the 39.74, we are quite far from it. Bitcoin, Ethereum is going where? Above this one, Ethereum goes 7,000. I don't believe in patterns, but if you do, you should notice it. Anyway, as long as, until proven otherwise, we are still in this downtrend channel on Ethereum. IGV ended up the week with 0.55 to the downside. Now, the 89 area is the support. It was a very, very important area of resistance. Always look left, then you can trade right. Now, can we get a pullback to the 89 and then next leg up, or continuation above the 93.70 towards 98.50 and 104.65? MAGS, the Magnificent 7 ETF. Look how no price action whatsoever. 4 consecutive dojis in the past 4 trading weeks, and each weekly candle that goes by, price action is getting tighter and tighter until, look at this, no price action whatsoever. What does it mean? It means one thing, that the market does not know, and the market doesn't have any conviction to the upside or to the downside, which means if market doesn't know what to do with this ETF, we surely do nothing. We sit on hands and we wait until market will show us the way. SOXX, the semiconductors ETF, ended up the week with an engulfing candle, holding above the 50% retracement, the 229 area. Now let's see, can we finally get a break above the upper border of the zone, above the 239 area? As we can see in the past 4-5 trading weeks, we are stuck inside the yellow zone, and overall since July, except 1, 2, 3 candles, 4 candles out of, I don't know how, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14 candles, 10 candles, 10 weeks inside a very tight price action. 220 to the downside support, below it 210 and 192. 238 is the resistance, above it 250 and 266. SMH, same thing, different house. This is from the VanEck house of ETFs. Closed the week with 2% to the downside, also with an engulfing candle, but holding above the upper border of the yellow zone. Now with 265 area as resistance and 242 area, the 50% retracement, as support. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below where semis are going during the 1.5 week. Just a little less than 2 weeks of trading to October. Yes, you heard me right. October is almost done. XLF, the strongest of them all. Another 2.4% to the upside. Now the 46 area from resistance to support. Long continuation, and we will see XLF to the 50 and to the 52.60. XRT, the ETF of the retail stores like AZO, and what's inside this ETF I will show you in just 1 minute, 1 second maybe. This is the ETF. We have our age inside this ETF. We have AutoZone inside this ETF. We have ASO, Academy Sports and Outdoors. What else would we have? We have Winmark Corporation. We have O'Reilly's Automotives and many more very interesting setups. Many of them will be in my top stocks. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you want to hit the subscribe and the notification bell not only not to miss, of course, my top stocks, but also you don't want to miss special 2 years anniversary for this YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. Yes, 2 years anniversary, Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We are starting the celebration. I will go over my journey. I will share with you great tips on how to become a better trader, how to use Fibonacci, how to use trend lines, how to read price action, of course, live Q&A. You can ask me whatever you want, and special guests and big prizes for subscribers. So hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we are waiting for XRT to break above the 80 area, and then we will see 85 and maybe even 95. XHB, the home builders ETF, still continues uptrend channel until proven otherwise. 119 area from resistance, now in the past 5 weeks support. Long continuation 134 and 143 to the upside. Let's continue with Apple. Uptrend until proven otherwise. New all-time highs on Apple. 226 together with this lower board of this trend line is the support. Long continuation, and we will see 250 and 276. Apple earnings 28th of October. Microsoft also, not 28th of October, it's going on October 31st. Microsoft October 30th. 2 consecutive dojis, no price action whatsoever on Microsoft. We are downtrend until proven otherwise. Nvidia still have time, November 14th, but second week in a row above this trend line with a doji. New all-time highs during the week, closed the weekly with a doji. Now the 129 area is the support. Long continuation, we will see 155 and 172. Meta ended up the week on the red side. Previous week we had a doji. We said after this doji we will see a pullback, and here we are, 2.3% on the weekly. Now this area, this red trend line together with the 565 area needs to hold support, otherwise it's back retesting the 540. Tesla ended up the week basically no price action whatsoever, hanging on the 50% retracement, the 219 area. We have a double top scenario on Tesla breaking below it, and we will see 207 and 190. But can this doji really represent a trend reversal after 2 weeks of a downtrend, which Tesla lost 13 plus 4, 17% in just 2 weeks? Now let's see continuation. Can we see bounce towards the 231? Let me know in the comments below where Tesla is going. Looks like the market doesn't know what to do with Tesla in the past week or so. Google and Tesla, of course, earnings coming up coming Wednesday, October 23rd. Google, Tuesday, October 29th. Google, 4 weeks in a row just hanging on the 164 area, the lower border of the yellow zone, breaking below, and we are going to revisit this trend line as support. AMD ended up the week with 7% to the downside. Low of the week was at the 50% retracement. Downtrend continuation, 146. We have also Palantir, of course, ended up the week with 1.24% to the downside. Doji, after a very nice run in the past 5 trading weeks, pull back to the 39, maybe even to the 35, will not be surprising. Long continuation, 51 and 59 to the upside. Palantir still have time for earnings. Amazon earnings coming up Thursday, October 23rd. 4 consecutive weeks. No price action whatsoever. 182 support, 190 resistance. Long continuation. Can we get a break finally above the 190? And then we will go revisit the 200, the Bezos resistance. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still here, first, thank you very much. Hit the like, subscribe, and let's talk top stocks to watch. We have some great A+ setups for the next week. We have IREN, Iris Energy holding above the 822 area as support. Now I want to see continuation breaking inside the yellow zone above the 976 towards 11 and 12. This is how it looks on the daily. Always zoom in, zoom out. IREN looking good as long as above the 914, even above the 873. Long continuation 10, 30 and 11, 20. Mara, everybody knows Mara Holdings, of course, broke last Friday this massive resistance, the 18 area resistance since August. Friday broke above it. One candle does not change the overall sentiment, but if we follow trend lines, we can see above 1970. We will see 2030 and maybe even all the way to 2180. AGI, Alamos Gold ended up the week with 7% to the upside. This is how it looks on the weekly. Super bullish. Long continuation above the 2150 towards 23 and 24. Unity Software. This is how it looks on the daily. This is how it looks on the weekly. What can we say? We have a major support at the 2120. Long continuation or re-entry. Too long, and Unity Software closing above the 2340. We can say not one day, but 2 days breaking and closing above the 2340. We can start taking long position. Remedy Global ended up last week with 13.5% to the upside. We got ourselves buy signal from the FTI. Now let's see continuation above the 1530 or even the 1514 on the daily, and then we can start taking long position towards 1590 and 1682. Next resistance on the daily. SGML, Sigma Lithium, the upper border of the yellow zone, the 1390 area. This is how it looks on the weekly. Very tough resistance. Can we get break above it? And then we will see 1541 and 1730 on the weekly. A daily close above 1420. We can start taking long position first towards the 1510 and then 1620 and 1756. TOST, Toast Incorporation, ended up the previous week with 7% to the upside after 3 consecutive dojis. Bulls had enough, taking this name to the upside. Long continuation above 3070 towards 33 and 36. GTLB, very tough resistance. Once again, the high of the week at the same resistance since it became resistance in March. 7 months of resistance, breaking above it, and bulls will get the tailwind, the backwind they need, the push towards 6160 and, in my opinion, even towards 73. This is how it looks on the daily. 5350 is the support. Long continuation above the 5660 towards 58 and 61. SYK, Stryker Corporation, inside this uptrend channel last week, 4% to the upside. Basically, Friday gave this week the 4%. Long continuation towards 374 and above it 390 and 410 on the weekly. On the daily, it looks like this. Long continuation above the 371 towards the 378 and 388. VEEV, Viva Systems, ended up the week with 4.73% to the upside. Now let's see. We have two scenarios on the weekly. Pay attention. Two scenarios. First scenario, of course, bullish until proven otherwise. 213 needs to hold, breaking above this trend line together with the 226 area, and we will see 241 and 261 to the upside, but always prepare for both sides. We also have here a double top scenario. Another week or two, failing to close above and break above the 226, and this double top scenario can take us all the way back to the 182 VEEV. Very interesting setup. Keep it on your watch list. DBRG was on my watch list 2 weeks ago, and we have been waiting. Sorry, even last month. We broke above the yellow zone, the 1430. And this week, another 5% to the upside. Long continuation towards the 18 and 1980. This is how it looks on the daily. Now with this kind of doji on Friday, we might get some kind of a pullback to the 1541. Long continuation above last week's highs towards 1723 and 1820. And if you're still here, please help me grow this channel. Let's grow this channel together. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below anything more. What is missing for you? What more information you need me to provide you to become a better trader? Any comment, any feedback will be super, super appreciated. VNO, what a week. 9.4% to the upside. This is how it looks on the daily. It was on previous week or the week before it on the top stocks, and here we are with another 9.4% to the upside, looking super bullish. Now the 4150 is the support. Long continuation 45 and 47 on the daily. LTNH, what do we see here? Broke above consolidation into a Fibonacci resistance, long continuation, and of course we will see 126 to the upside. WAT, Waters Corporation, very tough resistance, the 364 area, super tough resistance since October of 2021. 3 years of resistance. 21 is a Fibonacci number. Look here, 3 years since October 21. 3 is a Fibonacci number. 21 is a Fibonacci number. Support, resistance, Fibonacci. Everything surrounds Fibonacci. And the daily looks like a multi-top scenario, breaking below the 346. We will see 342 and then 328. So we have two scenarios also on this name. Multi-top. Short to the downside below the 342, long above the 364. Ben Franklin Resources ended up the last week with 4.3% to the upside. On the daily, it looks like this. Broke this downtrend line, and we have a double bottom scenario. Sorry, above the 23. We are heading north. 2250 and 2320 to the upside. RH with 7.4% to the upside. 324 is the support. Long continuation towards the 400. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you found it helpful, educational. If so, like, subscribe. Don't forget, hit the notification bell because Sunday 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, special live celebration, 2 years for the Fibonacci YouTube channel, special guests and prices will be live. So you want to subscribe and you want to be there. Until the next video, until the special live, stay safe.